All right, here we are live. Just finished a 1951 D roll, and here we are on a 1951 S roll. This one's quite a bit. Quite a bit. Oh, crap. I just realized I haven't stuffed my flip insert yet, so we're going to have to talk for a few minutes. Let me grab them here real quick. It tends to be an issue when you've got a stack of names and none of them are in their corresponding flips. So let me get that taken care of here. Meanwhile, I will look for Doug's picture and bring it out for you guys to take a good look at it. The Potato Nose Lincoln. Take a look at that. There you go. The Potato Nose Lincoln. I can hear you now. Let me go ahead and get this taken care of. I'll be looking down for just a little while I stuff 50 names inside of flip inserts. And the way I do it is rather extremely elementary. I just line them up on the desk. Don't care who is what, but I don't put the same person together with themselves. That way, as I go through the line and stuff them in the flips, everybody is supposed to get stuck in a flip that is not next to their own flip, so I don't do two of one person in a row. And I don't know why I do it that way. It's just one of the OCD things that I do. And you're a little dog, too. That's kind of, yeah, the Wicked Witch look. I know of something, a cartoon or something, where somebody's got a really big nose, and that kind of what that looks like. That is a struck through. And there's a couple of reasons why I know that's a struck through, and I can tell you it's a struck through for sure. It happened while the coin was in the press. How I know that is because around the cavity that makes that big bowl shape out in front of the nose, there's nothing pushed upwards around the edge, like a crater. You know how a crater's got a ridge around it? And we know that could not have happened because, well, there was something holding the field in place, holding it down while that coin was being struck. That would be the die doing that. And that, folks, is why that has to be a struck through and not damage to the coin. Also, if you flip the coin over, I'm sure it looks totally normal on the other side. Another reason how we can tell that we definitely have a struck through and not damage. So that's about the end of that. I'm almost halfway through here. This I was not quite thinking about before I just started I'm still not up to time. I usually give myself about 10 minutes to do this, and I don't know why I forgot to do it this time. But here we are. And here I am, the fool I am. Happens to the best of us, I guess. That's okay. For the next one, I don't even have them created and printed yet. So, that's going to take some time. Up to number 35. This is about the time I start looking for duplicates of names that are left on my desk so I can be sure I don't get the same name twice in a row. There's a science to this. It's a complete made-up science that I totally engineered on my own, but most of what I do is stuff that I made up and engineered on my own. Like this entire idea of this show. I did not get this from anyone. Okay. Time for the nose to go away. There we go. Wimpy. That's it. Wimpy. From Popeye, the guy that eats the hamburgers. That's what that looks like. Thank you, Malcolm. All right, here is our roll. 1951S. I need to count these coins real quick. It looks like there could be 49 in here. Nope, got 50 coins. So that's not going to be a problem. Let's see who gets coin number 1. Go ahead and start taking a look. We're going to be looking at the reverse of the first 10 coins on here. Thereafter, we're going to go ahead and skip the reverses unless we're finding a double die reverse. And here on the first coin, I don't think I see anything. Just a late die state obverse. 1951S there. There's a good marker for this. Big old die scratch, or die crack, I mean, on the shoulder. And then there's a couple of marks out here in the field. Low on the obverse. No doubling here. So that one is going to be our number 1 coin, and it is a normal one. Coin number 2 for Ent. Let's see what Ent gets. I kind of look rather carefully at the first few coins just to get myself acclimated to the design, to the shape of the mint mark, to doubling, anything I see. Got nothing on this one, though. Let's look at the reverse. And on the reverse, we see spots, and that's about it. Not perfect. Is the S upside down? No. On this particular S style, you're going to be looking for a pointed serif on the top and a rounded serif on the bottom. That's how you could tell these for sure. Pointed on top, rounded on the bottom. Coin number 3. We got Mickey. What do we got for Mickey? Could it be? It looks like it could possibly be an RPM. I just don't think so. Just not quite seeing it. I see a little tiny bit on the outside of the upper curve, but nothing else. Nothing there. Coin number 4 now for Stan. Mr. Stan. This one, this little coin of mine, it's stained and spotted, but I think it could be an RPM. You see what I see? It's right here. And I have seen RPMs that have this feature. I'm going to move that one out to the special pile because it could very well be an RPM. And there we go. There's my focus. But I'm also going to give Mr. Stan a credit on this one. And I did not give credits out this past week nor this week, so I'm going to make sure I watch very carefully and make sure those credits go out. I'm going to put this in a special pile just in case it happens to be an RPM. something listed. Alright, and that's for Stan, and I'm going to write his name down on this sheet here. Get him a credit. This is number 592. Get a credit for Stan. Alright, now coin number 5. Dan, Stan, and Dan. This one's definitely an RPM. Lower serif down there, very nicely doubled. Here we go. Okay, there it is. Nice little bit of doubling there on the bottom of the mint mark. So this one's going to be, for sure, an RPM. This one's got lines down there on the neck, on the throat and neck area. Die scratches. We will be able to identify further examples of this particular RPM because of that. And so let's check on the reverse and make sure we don't miss anything on the reverse. And find that there is nothing to miss on the reverse. I'm going to back out just a little bit more so we can see more of the coin at once. And that one's for Dan. Different RPM. Scratch throat. RPM. The first one is a minor curve, and this one is scratch throat. So let's see what we have here. And doesn't appear to be an RPM or a double die obverse. Let's check the reverse. A little bit of a spotty roll. 51S is so hard to get bright and clean. Number 7. Ms. Josie. Having a great day today. I love it when people have a great day. Great days are what this life is all made about. There's another one that has its apparent doubling on the lower mint mark. Let me zoom in, take a better look. Yep. That is definitely a split lower serif right there. Hello, Arizona Coins. Good day to you. So we've definitely got another one here. Another different die. This one's going to be the hairy chin. Hairy chin, because it's got little hairs coming off the bottom of the chin. So we've got a hairy chin. That's right. Got a hairy chin. We have the minor curve. And we have the scratchy throat. All different things that we can use. One of the ways that we can memorize what we're seeing. Anything that works for you, however it works for you. This is just my way of doing it. There's another split. So, is it the hairy chin or the scratchy throat? It's the hairy chin. The hairy chin is a third different one. So the hairy chin, this one goes to Mr. Patillo. Now for number 9, to Jordan. Coin number 9. This one is a normal date and mint mark. Check for an I. No I. Check for doubling elsewhere. A few spots here, but no doubling. How about the reverse? Nothing. Okay, another normal coin. 2 RPM so far. There you go. That's the way to do it. Here's a toner. This one's for Sureg. Nope, nothing on that one that I can see yet. It looks brown under here, but it's actually got some color to it. It is an ender. It's one of the ends of the original roll before it was dumped into a tube. We got nothing on the reverse of this one. 51S is one of those issues that is not known for double die reverses. So we're going to switch over and just start looking at the obverses here. Pick them off one at a time. See what we can find here. That's not the hairy chin. This one's got a lot more scratches, a lot more die scratches than the hairy chin did. This one, unfortunately, has no doubling. Nothing on the mint mark, nothing on the date, nothing on the In God We Trust or the Liberty. So we will move on. Coin number 12 now. Number 12. That's a split serif RPM. Down there on the bottom. And, well, this one is yet another different one. Yet another different die. This one's not the hairy chin. This one's not the scratchy throat. So this is probably the point where they're going to start blending together. So I've got 3 different piles for definite RPMs, and then I've got a 4th pile for all the rest that are probably RPMs. There's another one. That's a scratchy throat there. That's a scratchy throat. So we know where that one goes. But who does it go to? Malcolm. That's a Malcolm coin there. Congrats to Malcolm. Now, coin number 14, Eric. This one's brown down too. Should be the only 2 in the row like that. That one is a lower split serif. It looks like the hairy chin. It's a little hard to tell because of the coloring. Sometimes that coloration can just basically knock out the markers a little bit on you. Okay, here's coin number 15. This one for Carl. Carl, now let's check that mint mark. I'm not seeing any double dies in this, just mint marks. There's another one. This is the same as Eric's coin. Yep. A few little fresh die scratches north on the Y of Liberty. So that's yet a different die, but this is the second one of these now. Eric's was one of these, as is this one. So that's for Carl. Number 16 now for Jordan. And Jordan not an RPM, not a double die. So we are going to continue on our quest to number 17, Mark. Sorry about the little spots on these. They're still decent coins. This is a hairy chin here. A number of spots on this one. I will discount a future roll to help make up for this. Where are we? Okay. Just going to check that T real quick. That's nothing. Okay. Number 18. This one for Sureg. And Sureg also gets an RPM. This one should have 3 fresh scratches on the Y. And it does. So there's one of those. Got a bunch of RPMs here. Miss Josie. I think we got more RPMs than we do normal coins, but we have a rather poorly stored roll. Decent amount of moisture got in on this one. Put spots on the coins. For Josie, normal coin there. How about number 20? Matt. That's going to be one of these. And it is. Another RPM. Number 21 now. Ant. And nothing on that one. Okay. Number 22. Now see, I do this once in a while, regardless of whether I try to or not. I got Ant to second time in a row. And this coin I can see is spotty. It's a very late die state. It's not an RPM. That's just an ugly coin. Gosh. I'll work something out. I'll go back through these and I'll work something out for all the people who get spotty coins here. I think it's going to be pretty much everybody. It's going to get some spotty coins in this. I'll probably just discount the entire roll. Get these to you at like $1 a piece or $1.50 a piece or something, because it's about all they're worth. Eric now. Let's see what Eric gets. More fun looking through them. So we've definitely got some RPMs going on here. This is a hairy chin. Now I'm seeing what could actually be an S loop out here. That's interesting. I have to keep watching this one for that. That's the hairy chin. Number 25 now, Stan. Stan. That looks like one of those ones where the little bit of the S could be poking through. On the left there. I believe this could be one of those. We'll go ahead and say it could be. And I'll put this one on that stack. Mr. Fletcher up with the next coin in the roll, and this one is normal. Now Parvez. This one is a scratchy throat. So that is another RPM. See the doubling on the lower serif. Mr. Patillo. Nothing doing here. I think I'm going to reschedule my next reveal for later in the afternoon, evening. Hello, Taco John. There's another. Which one is this? It's not scratchy throat. It's not the hairy chin. Ah, there it is. Scratches on the Y. It's the third different die I thought of. That one's for Dan. That is an RPM. Next up, Mr. Patillo. What do I get here? That is a hairy chin. Now I was going to check that next one. See, I do have that. So this little hairy thing coming off the edge of the S, that right there, I don't think that's a die scratch. I think that's part of another S punch. It comes around this way. Okay, Taco John. Sounds good. This one definitely is an RPM. It is the hairy chin. And so, I shall put this on the list, on that stack right there. Here's one for Taco John. Showed up just in time. RPM. Now which one? I think it's Scratchy Y. There it is. Scratches on the Y. That one goes up here. Now, Sissy, coin number 32. And it's another RPM. Scratchy throat. That's the first die for the day. Coin number 33, Stan. Nothing. Normal coin. Number 34 now. Little Miss Fletcher. Miss Fletcher. What does Miss Fletcher get? This one is an RPM. It's got that split lower serif there. This one also has that curve to the right. So I'm going to preface this by saying it's going to be a hairy chin. And it is. It's a hairy chin. So you can memorize what these things are. This is an original roll. It's just unfortunately spotty. Yeah, I was looking at that, Doug, and that's what I was thinking. Is that we've got more than the average Joe split serif RPM going on. There's a little bit more to this. So we'll figure it out when we get into... See, there's another one of them right there. This one's for Parvas. But you can see it. As soon as I stuck it under there, I didn't move it. It's right there. You can see that. I don't know if that right now, I don't know if it's a die scratch or if it's part of an S, but this is going to be another hairy chin, and it is. That one for Parvas. Taco John now. Taco John gets... Let's look at the marker first. Yeah, it's another hairy chin. And there it is. Doubling on the mint mark. Top of a second serif on top of the S. Okay, let's see. Doug is seeing things, so we have to help him. I don't see any doubling on the upper serif, brother. Not seeing nothing. I see a little bit on the left curve. Just a little bit. And then I see what appears to be a second mint mark right out here. And then there's doubling on the lower serif. But I don't see anything on the top serif. That's number 2? All right, then. At least we know we have a real RPM that we're chasing down here. Now number 37. Carl? Got a lot of them in here, too. What does Carl get? Yeah, Carl gets a handful of nothing, unfortunately. Nothing there. Number 38. Mark? Does he get an RPM? He does not. No doubling there that I can see. Coin number 39. This one for Tyler. I think I'm going to schedule my third show for today after everything settles down this evening. That's what I'll do. Mr. Fletcher. There's another RPM. And this one has to be the lines on the Y. Nope. Is it a scratchy throat? Nope. It's also not a hairy chin. So this one's new. New to us for this particular search. All right. $41 now. Taco John. What does Taco John get? Yeah, I think this one's normal. Yep. Yeah, it's a normal coin. 42. Parvis. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, I don't see anything. I think this one's another normal one. It is. That little tiny, like, patch of die scratches, that's not the scratchy throat, that's a different one. And that kind of means it's normal. See nothing there. Let's move on to the next coin. Number 43. Sissy. Number 43. That's an RPM. That's an RPM. That's got the scratches on the Y. Right there. Get my hand out of the way. 3 little scratches coming up off the left side of the Y. Seen this die a few times. Coin number 44. Well, back to Sissy again. I did it twice. Good gosh, Chuck. You a moron. Alright, let's see here. Oh, nasty. Ick, I can't even tell what this is. I'm sorry, Sissy. That one's a definite no-no. 45. How about Mickey? Get anything better for Mickey here? Let's see. Nope. Normal coin for Mickey. Oh, we're running our numbers down here. Number 46. Mr. Fletcher. Jim. Not an RPM. How about 47, Carl? I often wonder about Yo Man Gull as well. He hasn't been around in over a year now. Wonder about Jeff Dunn. He hasn't been around in a long time. There's one for Jordan. Yeah, I get it. I mean, you know, normal collectors, I'm not normal. Here's a scratchy throat. Normal collectors collect one thing for a while and then they kind of branch out, or they even start branched out. They don't collect one thing at all. And I'm well known for selling mostly Lincoln Cents. So when people get their fill of Lincoln Cents, they tend to move on, which I understand, unless they're people who center their attention on the Lincoln Cent like I do, and then I become a favorite. But that's less common. And got a normal coin for Eric here on the back of the roll. And that's all I've got for this particular show, folks. I appreciate you guys coming by. I'm going to reschedule the next show. I've got to sit and think about whether I want to schedule it today or tomorrow. If I do schedule it for tomorrow, I'm going to schedule a couple of other shows for tomorrow because I do have some time before I have to leave town tomorrow. So let me do some assessing of my situation, see what's going on, and then I will reschedule. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a great afternoon.